watching Eyewitness News at 5 o'clock, and our coverage of the wildfires in Los Angeles continues right now. The hope tonight out there, a drop in wind speeds could help firefighters get control of these raging wildfires. Here's where we stand at 5 o'clock. The Palisades fire, one of the most destructive natural disasters in LA history, is 0% contained. Zero. Also 0% contained. The Eaton fire. Some progress has been made in the nearby Hearst fire, we're told, and the Lydia fire is now 40% contained.
Now look, the numbers are one thing. Video like this is another. From above, you can see house after house after house after block after block after block destroyed. At least 5 people are dead, although that number can rise as crews go through the debris. More than 150,000 are under mandatory evacuation orders.
Utter devastation in America's second largest city. It is quite unthinkable, but that's reality, at least tonight. We begin our coverage with ABC's Alex Stone, who is in the fire zone. Alex.
Bill and Sandra, it is complete devastation here in much of Altadena. It looks like what you see behind me. This was a chiropractor's office, and it is like this street after street where homes are completely gone. Firefighters today have been trying to use a break in the Santa Ana winds to get in and really tackle the flames. But there's more Santa Ana winds they expect coming in tonight. So that is the concern as they try to knock down the flames before those winds arrive.
Almost unimaginable scenes in Los Angeles. KBC's Chopper giving us a gut-wrenching view of the devastation from multiple fires burning in Southern California.
Really never seen any destruction like this before. Everything is gone.
Block after block of homes destroyed in Pacific Palisades, heavy smoke lingering in the air. Filmmaker John Turteltaub lives in Malibu.
Pacific Palisades right now could just be taken off the map. There is no Pacific Palisades.
At least 5 people are confirmed dead, but the sheriff says he fears that number will go up.
At one point, we'll be able to do a more thorough search of these impacted areas. Some of them look like a bomb was dropped in them, where we will be able to bring in canines and other things to help us.
Fierce winds fueling the inferno, easing enough for planes to fly, picking up water from the ocean, dropping it on the fire. But those winds are forecasted to pick up. Over 180,000 people under evacuation orders. Many are staying in hotels.
Just a really solemn environment. A lot of people lost their homes. A lot of people waiting to find out if they've lost their homes, and just everyone really mourning and trying to figure out what all of our next steps are.
These heartbreaking pictures show the before and after. Entire neighborhoods leveled from the Palisades to Altadena. Amidst the devastation, neighbors helping neighbors.
I mean, I don't even know most of them, and they're just, posting and out of the kindness of their hearts, they're helping, and it means so much to us.
There is quite a bit of help that is arriving here now. We have seen firefighters coming in from hundreds of miles away in Northern California, from San Jose and from the rest of the Bay Area. And now we're going to begin seeing them coming in from other states, from Arizona and Nevada, as the fire engines are arriving here. In Altadena, California, Alex Stone, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Listen, you've done great work out there, Alex. Really appreciate it. We're going to head back out to the fire zone on ABC's Ginger Z in just a moment, but we want to begin with our chief meteorologist, Lee Goldberg.
Lee, the question, firefighters, will they get some wind relief in the coming hours?
Well, they've gotten that window today. I mean, you can see it by seeing Ginger there and seeing Alex before. The winds have backed off as forecast. The problem is that we have another high building into the Four Corners region. We have wind picking up again and a high-end red flag warning that will take us into LA and Ventura counties into the day tomorrow with some gusts 35 to 55 miles an hour, maybe even some gusts past 65 miles an hour in the San Gabriels, could even go north of 70 miles an hour. So you heard about the 3 main fires. There's LA Palisades fire right there. There's the Eaton fire right here, and you can see the winds with that right now, so that continues to go. So that's what we're dealing with here with this system over the next 24 hours. We're talking about the drought conditions impacting this as well. I mean, to add insult to injury, LA declared in severe drought. That goes back to what we're talking about back in May. And then the air quality index, because initially all that smoke from the Palisades fire was blowing out to sea. Well, now with the Eaton fire, it's been a haze over all of LA. So the AQI at a very unhealthy 168. That's why you see ABC Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z wearing the mask now, because of all the unhealthy air. So Ginger, you are 1 year removed from covering flooding in that area. I can only imagine going back there how disorienting it might be to even just find, where was I based on just one big burn scar out there.
I think about that, especially as I, get my go bags to go to these events. A lot of times my boots I have to look at, and my boots had mud on them from the event last February. Obviously, it's still on the sides that they had gotten wrecked from that. But, we'd go to disaster after disaster, but now it's for Los Angeles itself. And you can see right behind me, Lee, this is just one of so many houses. Here, this is Lewis Street. So down the street, it's one after another after another. And I don't know if you can see that smoke just there, but we've been watching firefighters. They're actually a couple of doors down now, still putting out the smoldering embers, because each of these collapses where the ashes came, they have areas that are still smoldering, and they're so worried, like you said, when those winds pick back up tonight, that we're going to see flames start again, and any homes that were saved would be at risk then.
Ginger, I'm wondering if you could share a little bit of the incredible story that you ran into. I would believe it was a captain in the LA Fire Department, and how that played out, how he heard about the fire approaching his dwelling.
So we noticed that there were 4 homes on this street, down the street here, that were untouched. And it doesn't make a ton of sense because of the way that it looked like a wall of flames took everything out and disintegrated homes and thrashed them here. So we ran into his neighbor, Bruce, and he said, listen, you don't want to talk to me. I'm the lucky one. My neighbor, who is a captain with LAFD, he saved my home. So we went down, we met Dan Levens. He has been a captain for a long time. He's worked fires all over Los Angeles. The night of the fire and the day of the fire, he was working the Hearst fire. He got off his shift and he said, oh my gosh, he finally looked at information. I gotta get home, because his childhood home, where his mother now lives, his home next door, was a wall of flames right in front of it. So he got this, he has like his friends at the Pasadena Fire Department had this hose, and he was able to save 4, but he felt so bad he couldn't save more. Listen to this.
We're out here. There are 0 houses left on my street. Well, that one here was burning. Besides my house, my grandma's, this house. Me, my uncle, and my dad have protected all of our houses. We've tried to do these ones, but the wind was too strong. We're out here working.
It was pretty much a wall of flames. There's nothing we could do to save these houses. We live a couple miles from the actual mountains that it would come down and blow through, but it did. It was perfect storm, perfect alignment. It chose this career to help people, and it's sad to me to see this when I was here and witnessed it. I didn't have a fire engine. It was just me and my brother, who's also a firefighter, my son.
We spoke to 3 different groups as well, Lee, and every single person we talked to was law enforcement or fire, and many of them have lost their homes in this community here in Altadena.